Spencer, you talked to your mom today?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I texted her. Yeah. Sure.
What did you say?
I said, Happy Mother's Day. No, I don't know. She texted me a couple days ago, was like, am I going to see you on Mother's Day? It's just like one of these things where it's like, oh, I guess I'm not going to text you for 2 or 3 days. So it's just like, I don't want that, man. I don't need that. You're texting me. Am I going to see you texting me? And, that's what I want to know. I don't want to know that. I don't know. It just sucks, man. It sucks. I hate my parents. I hate my family. I hate everything. It's no good. My grandpa's dead. He's fine. No, I mean, he's dead, but he's fine. Like, no one, it's fine.
Was he fine before he was dead, or he's fine now that he is dead?
He's fine now that he's dead, yeah. So, I don't know.
You're not pals with your parents at all?
No. They were, no. They were, no. Yeah, no.
Do you think there's a day that you might be, like, come back around to be friends with them?
I feel like these are the times that it would be happening, and I'm really going in the opposite direction. So, I mean, I got to figure that out if I want that to happen.
What would have to happen for you to become friends with them?
I don't know, man. It's so much. It's all like nickel and dime shit, It's not like some big falling out happened. It's just like this happens all the time, and this happens all the time. And at the end of the day, it's like I don't want most of that. So I'm here. That's why I'm here.
I think, like, back in the old days when we first met you, that you felt like kind of responsible for their relationship and kind of like you're kind of a caretaker, right?
Sure, yeah, I think I said that.
Is that still the case or no?
No, I mean, well, my dad lives in Colombia. I mean, he probably has a girlfriend or something right now. He's taking care of himself, and my mom, she's like a hobo or something. She's like couch surfing and traveling and stuff. She doesn't have a stable residence as far as I'm aware. So, I mean, who knows? Who knows, right?
You know what my big thing with family is?
You don't like them.
At some point, there was this syndrome that started happening where it was like, well, man, I haven't talked to these people in a while. And then it's like, now I'm 43, so they're getting long in the tooth. Like, we're getting to the point where after a long life of, like, fruitfulness and tradition and stuff, you're supposed to, like, partake of this tragic, like, third act where it's, like, bittersweet,
Yeah.
I don't want to even, I don't, part of me, like, just because of our kind of stigma against, like, sickness and stuff, like, I don't want to say certain words out loud because I'll sound like just the epitome of evil. But like, I just have this, like, weird feeling about, like, well, I don't even know these people at this point, and I'm going to start now?
Yeah.
Because now is a bad time to start.
And it's like, and for what? For the benefits of family? Because I feel like I've been cruising without that just fine all this time. And, it's all been good. So now I want to go into that morass just because that's what happens on television. Like, it seems dumb.
And a little bit of a slight, right? If you didn't get, like, the whole, like, other side of it where it's like, your family means a lot to you. Throwing the ball in the yard, Thanksgiving times, AT&T wants you to be there. This holiday season, when the gravy's up and the stockings are out, bring your nuzzles around the Christmas tree. It's like when it's really just more dysfunctional than that, you just kind of like. Then you're supposed to get that, like the cable knit sweaters and the golden retrievers and the like. Dad's gonna do his Chaplin impression again. I love it when we come up to this cabin in the Hamptons every winter, and sure, we have our problems. And remember when Gloria smoked weed and we sent her to rehab, but now she's okay. The McClanahan clan keeps getting bigger and happier. And then if you had all that, then bring on the fucking diagnoses. And I gotta go away for the weekend. Meep, beep. Like, I always wanted to do more. I know, but you did, Uncle Herman. But if Uncle Herman was like, why get on board right before the meep?
Yeah. Exactly, because it's like just a flat line up until that point. It's like what is the peak that we're hoping to achieve before the inevitable pitfall?
Yeah, what is this denouement that I'm getting? It's like It's like if you went to see a Matrix movie and it was just about Keanu Reeves like fighting a million Agent Smiths, and you'd be like, "What's this weird educational video?" Like someone would have to explain to you there was a first movie and it was kind of fun.
If you met Dan, like if you met your mother or your father at a bar, like they were strangers, do you think that you would have anything to talk about? Like if you just met them face value as strangers?
Yeah, I think I'd like my dad. You know. Yeah.
You could have a chat. You could enjoy each other's company.
Yeah. It's a bad way to spend Mother's Day talking about. I think my dad's a cool guy.
Not your mom though.
Well, with my mom, it's more important to be like. I mean, it's like this is, and I think moms get a bum rap. I think it's an opposite gender kid kind of thing too. It's also, but like, I think moms get a bum rap from the male kids because they nurture and they are there, and then ironically you kind of you cut the strings and you don't look back and go like what a pal. You look back and go like goddess monster, in any case not a human, like you really need to have like a human relationship with your family or you're not going to have one. And that's a statement that's really powerful. But then again, and everybody I talk to always goes like, we always end this conversation. We go like, yeah, but have you met those people with the loving Norman Rockwell family? Yeah, not funny people. like just really annoying.
When your mom passes away, what do you feel like there'll be a loss? Like something will be subtracted from you?
I think this is a bad day to say anything, but yes.
Well, what? Well,
because just on the off chance that she's like, well, it's Mother's Day, he'll probably say something about me. And then you're like, when she dies, will you feel anything? So yes.
But it'll be different than when your father passes away. I
think there's going to be complicated feelings either way, but I do acknowledge that they're going to be more narcissistically centered. They're going to be like unresolved shit that I haven't worked on yet.
My mom died when I was 13, and it's like that was like kind of the perfect time for that to happen because I wasn't so young that I didn't know her, but I wasn't so old that it meant a lot more. But when I look at when I remember my mother, she's so much of who I am. Like as much as I'm genetically my father, I look just like my dad. I am intellectually my mother. Like I have all of her emotions, like her brain, and it's like when I think of my mom today, it's like she was so fucking funny. She was so cool, and I didn't know her long enough. Like I was 13, so she was kind of hard going. Like it was a little bit heavy to be around my mom because she was that intense. But I wish she was still around because she was like the funniest person I ever knew.
My mom got me my first typewriter, my first Commodore 64. She always made sure, she told me whenever I said, what should I do? She always said, do whatever you want. She never said, you have to be this or that. She never had a career plan for me. She always said, just make sure you do it because you want to do it and make sure you're really good at it. If you're going to be a garbage man, no offense to the garbage men listening, but that's the example she would use. If you're going to be a garbage man, just be the best garbage man, that there is, and make sure you're happy doing it.
So she was super on your side. Like, also she threw things at you.
She usually throwing them at my dad, and I would get in the way. Like my birthday cake. But it was carrot cake. I didn't even want it.
I love carrot cake is a Lexus of cakes.
I would give up 1,000 birthday cakes for the story I got, which is my mom threw my 11th birthday cake at my dad. Like I would give up cake forever to have that story be true, which it is. And then she's like, "Here's your D&D books." I didn't have time to wrap them, and I was like, "That's fine, man. This is awesome."